All
So
right.
while we're waiting for this match to restart, um, what is or let me ask you this: Goon Squad has an entirely new roster. Essentially, they've got Dre, Hercules, and Krakens, which they did not have before a week ago. And then they still got Daddy Neptune in support, and I didn't see who their fifth player is. Um,
Dre?
but
Talk about Dre? Did you mention him?
I already said Dre.
Okay, yeah, so
Um,
it's Dre, it's
I said
Neptune.
Dre, Neptune, Herc, Krakens. Who's the
And
fifth?
Shy.
Shy. So yeah, Neptune and Shy are the only two that have played together in a league set on this Goon Squad. So this is we're basically watching a week one, week two team go up in the playoffs against arguably the strongest and most consistently good team in the league.
Mm-hmm. Not to
I
mention
mean,
that a lot
when
of these players have been in the mini league this whole season. So
that
um
is true,
yeah.
and so when I say this is David versus Goliath, that's a little bit of an understatement. This is David versus God.
Not necessarily, but yeah, I mean it's a lot of mini players who've been in the mini league the whole season. Kraken's, save for the time he was briefly on a roster, never played a game in majors, was dropped immediately after the draft, onto the mini league, and then Dre has been in the mini league, I believe, most of the season. I don't recall if he ever was on a majors roster. Um, Shy, I believe he's been spending time in between the two. So
hmm
and Neptune, um, did he ever play a mini set? I don't know.
Um, I I think I remember. I think he played week one of the mini league, and then he got picked up by
Yeah,
Goon
and that
Squad.
was a result of somebody leaving. Again, Goon
Yeah.
Squad having a lot of people leave. There were a couple leaves. One man was removed from the server um due to impropriety issues. But we don't need to talk about that now. It's a little bit old news at this point. But um, Goon Squad having a lot of
hmm
difficulties, both just in real life and server stuff. So brand new squad really, and a lot of these players on a mini league. Herc hasn't played in a major set in a while. After it's the Resistance being reformed into Cthulhu Moons.
hmm
He hasn't really. I don't think he's played a major set since.
Yeah.
And
So this is gonna be interesting because Hercules normally plays support. As far as I'm aware, he's still a support main. Same with
yes,
Daddy Neptune. So I'm interested to see who's gonna be playing support and where the other's gonna go. Probably solo, if I'm gonna assume anything.
I believe if I recall correctly, I believe we're gonna see Neptune in the solo lane,
Okay.
and we're going to see Dre on support, perhaps, and Herc
Oh,
in the
really?
jungle, or they might flip flop there. Kraken's in his main role at mid, and Shy is the leftovers there, carry, right? So I
Okay.
believe that's what they're going for. We will see it, of
That's
course, after they trade up. Once we get into last picks.
Yeah, so we'll find out soon enough. But we see a Wukong ban coming out, a very safe pick, very annoying to deal with. Um, and so as we wait for this last ban from the Goon Squad, I'm very interested to see where Phenoms is going to go because they've got the Achilles and the Tier. They are already doing something weird.
Yeah, this is a
I want to see
full
more
fizz
weirdness.
comp at this point. This is a full fizz comp, so they will have to pick up a mage at
I
some point.
I would not
So
be surprised if we see a Neath mid. I know that Skeet loves to play Neath mid and they love to go double hunter comp. I would not be surprised if we see a Neath mid here.
if we see a four fizz comp here, at the very least, this is gonna be a little bit crazy. Like the way I could see that is like if there's a Neath mid and then they get the Kabrekin in the jungle, to at least get that magical damage there. That's the only way that I see this being like an actually uh reasonable comp. But again, it's Phenoms and they're gonna do what they want. Damn the meta. The meta is ours to create. That has been the Phenoms way all season long, but I doubt that they're gonna do a five fizz comp. It would just be a bit silly, wouldn't it? But
Well, we're waiting on this last ban from Goon Squad. They are really thinking about this with time running low.
and
And it's a
Sovek.
Sobek coming out.
they might not realize that that could be a tier support or an Achilles support. So just
King
trying to get a
Arthur, that
read.
is a tier support. That's a
Oh
tier
my god.
support. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that's Achilles in the jungle. That's a tier support. That's a K solo, Jingwei. This is so far for Fizz. If they pick up the Neath, I will laugh. I will not
Okay,
be
no, no, no,
surprised, but I will laugh.
no, no, hear me out. King Arthur supports tier jungle Achilles solo. I would not put it past this team, however unlikely it is.
Honestly, just make it a Jingwei jungle and have it be Achilles carry at this point.
Well, we
Um,
see a Ymir and a Wheelish coming out. The Wheelish almost exclusively to pick off that Jingwei. Almost exclusively. I do not see very
well,
much.
yeah,
There are 3 knockups on the side of Goon Squad with the
mhm,
On Her Leap, the Ganesha Dash, and then the Kukulkan ult.
mhm,
But I would not be surprised if whoever's playing this a Wheelish
and so
is just camping left. Is just camping the carry lane. As we do see a Thoth come out, this is a favorite of Skeet's. Skeet loves this Thoth.
so it's not a
And
5 Fizz comp, thank God.
nope. But okay, no, they did switch. So it is going to be Achilles jungle, brown side,
On
uh,
the tier, so
on the
it's solo.
tier. No, 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 no. Vacus is the solo.
Oh,
That's a
I didn't
tier
realize.
support.
I didn't
That
realize
is the
they've.
tier support.
I didn't realize they've switched in recent time.
Vacus has always been the support, as far as I'm aware.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Brown side to solo, because I believe brown side was solo laning.
No, brown side is the support. I was saying it was tier support.
Mm.
Whatever. We'll figure it out soon
We'll
enough.
we'll find out when the lanes come. That's why I hate casting Phenoms. That's why I stopped doing it. 'Cause it's ridiculous. But yeah, you see a more traditional comp on the side of Goon Squad. A lot of very safe picks. Besides, Ymir can solo lane, but also why, you know? Um,
Mm-hmm.
as we load into the game, let me configure all my stuff, and then we will be back in. But I mean, okay, so yeah, the Ymir solo lane is, it's a pick. I like it. It's a very interesting one, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But you see Ganesh in the support role. You see on her at carry. You see Kukulkan at mid, and Awilish in the jungle. So a lot of very safe chalk picks there. Goon Squad's comp. I like it a lot. The CC
Mm-hmm.
chain sort of looks like you're looking for Ganesh to come in with his dash, getting the Ohm off, Neptune, of course, after the solo lane ends and you have him rotating. That freeze is going to be very strong into those team fights. Got the knock up and um, the feather step by Awilish. And of course, you also have the knock up from Herc coming in if he jumps in. So a lot of good CC chain there on terms of Goon Squad. On Phenom's side, of course, there's a lot because there's a lot of warriors. You got Tyr,
Yeah.
who's able to
You
alter the team fight. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, talk about their comp.
if um if you're Goon Squad, you're building Pen. You are building Pen and Soul Reaver slash Crusher slash slash Heart Seeker slash Kin Size. Anything that takes away um protections and health, because this is going to be one tanky um just one tanky triad of people who don't care about your damage and will just run at you. And so Goon Squad will be looking to shred anything they can from these guys. But this team from Phenoms, I don't really know how to feel about it. I mean, Skeet is on a signature pick of his, a favorite in this Thoth. Duck is Duck. Like, there's nothing more to be said. Duck will just do good. Um, is that Vacus in support on the King Arthur?
Um, with his positioning,
No,
I don't think so.
they switched. Yeah, I was about to, I was about to say, am I wrong? Is Brownside actually the solo? But no, it will be tier supports. Um, I don't know how to feel about the tier support. He went Bluestone as well. So they are looking for early pressure, and with a Jingwei into a on her and Ganesh, I don't know if pressure is what you want. I think that you just want to play safe early, but apparently Phenoms think differently, and we'll see how it goes coming up.
Yeah, so thank you all for joining us. This is the second game of the evening, 2 of 3. Best of 1, Goon Squad versus Phenoms. I am Jeremy, joined here lovingly by Raptor, who played in the previous game. Diamond Killers going down in an upset versus Kipwi-sun's Uwu.
Yeah,
Um,
please don't remind me of that. Just talk about this game, please.
okay, okay. 10-4, buddy. As the minions meet, um,
Ooh,
you
duck
might have
dashing in.
noted both teams started with the SPL start. However, possible technical difficulties there. They should have asked for a pause. Neptune did not get to lane in time, and I don't know if he was actually able to get his own blue. So he is down and out for the count, still at level 1 here as we reach into the minute 30 mark. So,
Classic Neptune. If he's sad, he just dances. That's a classic Neptune move.
yeah, very classic. There's a little bit of action there. It seems that Herc and Dre are looking to play a bit safe, kind of under tower. They know what Duck can do. They know Brownside is a very seasoned player, regardless of where he's going. Um, Seeing a sort of group up here, looking to just take these oracles, the ever-loving XP and gold. Want to make sure that you get that. And I think Brownside is just going to look to see get a level 3 gank here as Duck just crests that. But Dre, with the Ohm, should be able to... Oh, but he's going to have the beads out of that situation. But he's getting very low there. And with a final auto, Perspective Duck is able to get the first blood of this game. What an exciting time. Just unable to get out, use the beads. His beads unfortunately dropped from that situation. The Ohm was not good enough to protect him from the inevitable tier charge. So, that is
So,
how this game begins.
they did prove me wrong. I said that you don't want early pressure going into a on her and Ganesh when you have a Jingwei, no matter who your support is. They proved me wrong. It would be Phenoms to prove me wrong there. So congrats to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, Duck knows how to play this Jingwei very well. He has played it into some of the best carries in the league. I remember, I believe it was season 1, uh, our good friend Bonsai Joe faced off against Perspective Duck while you two were on the same squad in the carry lane. And he was able to fare his own, both members, and it was a very even match. And, you know, that just goes to show the skill level of both players, but it also goes to show that Duck is very comfortable on this god. You know, he's not looking to do anything special, not really make a ton of plays, just looking to, you know, free cast as well as he can. As long as he is not focused, he is going to be having a fun time just doing damage, getting that splash crit. Very important and always very fun. Whenever I have to get flex to Jingwei, it's a good time for me. I own all the skins because Jingwei is so much fun, and she has a lot of great skins. So,
I
but
I cannot deny that.
yeah.
She is probably one of my favorite hunters to just mess around with.
Yeah, but he's going to have to watch out here. Shy Appendix is here menacing. Misses the Tiger, though. So all he's going to have is the Feather Step. Ultimate coming out to protect him. Jump in from Shy, but he's not going to be able to get that
no.
last hit. Duck gets out after cresting that level 5 at the most important time. Gank unsuccessful. Sad jungler is you in the duo lane. Now all of your farm is going to be taken and stripped away. His dual peg leg knows that you are on the other side of the map. As we do see a blink in. A very interesting one. And it looks like Krakens is going to be falling here. Very excellently placed ult there by Skeet to pick up the kill. Was that who was that a blink on? Not quite
That was
sure.
that was Tears Blink coming down.
Huh.
Can you switch Brownside and Vacus, by the way?
Yeah, sorry.
There you go. Thank you. It was throwing me off. I was looking at Vacus. I'm like, wait, he has beads. What do you? No, it's brown side. But it was brown side blinking in, just trying to get some CC. Um, he
Oh, I
did
just
get
love slime.
not skeets, Kraken's beads, and that is what set up perfectly for the ult.
Going up?
And like I said, this is just a comfort pick for Skeet. He has been playing it all season. It has been his go-to, and he's just really good on it and proving it there.
Yeah, Thoth not the most in meta pick, but of course not like entirely unorthodox.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just want to have a fun time. Skeet looking to have a fun time. Hercules though, popping the ult there, jumping in, gonna miss the knock up. Duck is in a bit of a hard spot here, but both of them are pretty even. But watch out, Hercules does not have a lot of mana. Neptune getting soloed in the solo lane by the big man himself, Vakus, who was joining me previously in the casting booth.
Oh
And
no, the
then
whirlwind.
the whirlwind finally able to pick up the kill. The match
Or is it
there
updraft? I think it's
ends.
updraft is the name of the ability. I
Let's
know.
let's check. Um,
Persistent gust. Persistent gust.
persistent gust. So we
Got
were
it.
both incorrect, but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
all a lot of English words for the same thing. But yeah, that's a pretty big pickup onto Hercules MWP by Duck. Duck doing the thing he does best, which is solo people because he just W keys. He is known
that
as the W key Duck. So,
that was a very bad engagement for for Hercules to go into because Duck still had ult. I don't know if Herc knew Duck had ult, but Duck did have ult. So if Herc even wanted to get close to him, his jump was down, his ult was down. Duck wins that fight 9 times out of 10
mhm.
without even being Duck. So
And as we're seeing again, Shy just unable to really get control of his jungle. He's going to have the beads out of that. But watch out, Dual Peg Leg is here. Going to try and get the execute, but the jump
oh,
out will save his life for now. But as I wanted to get, he's not able to really get this jungle in control as
ooh,
Kraken's whiffs his ultimate. Not a Kraken, but a giant dragon in the sky.
close
Um,
enough.
all of the camps are gone is what Shy is now realizing.
You can
King
count on
Arthur and
me.
Seer are just on and on cooldown as you do see the blink coming out from Brownside, but it will not be able to pick up with the knock-up stun there.
Can we see net worth real quick?
Yes, of course, you can always see. So net worth, Duck
Yeah,
just
that is
farming
what I
his
was
brains
expecting.
out.
That is what I was expecting. You see a 3-level lead in solo, a 2-level lead in mid and carry, a 1-level lead in jungle. Phenoms are just controlling this map, which they have a very early game pressure team besides the Jingwei. But the Jingwei's proven that she can get early game pressure, so I'm going to include her in that. As she's about to solo Herc again,
Ooh, ultimate's gonna
Hercules.
come out to maybe deter. Jump in here. Duck does have the minions here if he wanted to try a very risky
One
dash in.
persistent gust and he's dead. Yeah, Herc has to recognize that.
Yeah, so now that the minions are gone, he's pretty safe to back up.
Mm-hmm.
But again, here we see it once more. I'm going to keep pointing it out because it's something that I'm trying to get better at too. Brownside, just on these back camps on cooldown. As a jungler, you are just not having a fun time because look at the map. Of course, we can see the whole map, but like, what do you do as the jungler? Your red is just coming up. And maybe you can get this back camp after that, and maybe
This
these
is where
Ori's. But
this is where communication from the whole team is necessary. And I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite if Davies is watching this, but this is where communication from the entire team is critical because if the support is constantly running at your backline, as
ooh,
we see
and
now,
Shy being able to use the ult onto Brownside. The first kill for Goon Squad in this best of one matchup is against Brownside onto Shy Appendix. Able to sort of pull his jungle a little bit more into his control. Of course, we are just witnessing a lot of his farm being taken away elsewhere, but at least that's a little bit of relief pressure. Tier's not going to be on your backs, but you do have to worry about KA, who just has all of the prio in solo lane over this Ymir. So, a nice pickup. You reel this game back in a little bit, but again, it's very far to reach. So continue with what you're saying because it's still on point. Communication in the jungle.
yeah, so communicating like Hercules should be communicating right now that what the buff timer is for the purple and all that, so that Shy can be there when it comes back up. But this is where communication is important because the jungler won't know where to go if he doesn't know what's up when. As we do see a small engagement here, dual peg leg going in onto um, onto Dre, and Hercules comes in. I think he stole the purple buff actually, and is able to secure that.
Yeah,
And
Herc was
it's
able
just
to
like,
steal it from the invade. You are correct.
uh-oh, look at brown side. Look at brown side.
Brownside is proxying the wave back here. Hercules is cut between a mighty sandwich. Skeet is going to launch some autos over the wall, but camera,
Skeet,
camera diff,
Skeet's
Skeet
taking a
getting
lot of
very
damage. Skeet
low.
is gonna fall to Krakens, and it looks like
Oh,
that's gonna be enough for Phenoms to back off. Duck is gonna take that tier 1 tower though, and just improve his lead even further.
yeah, but watch out if you're Duck. You have an entire team. He's looking for the kill onto Herc MWP. He's not going to find it, and now he's going to find out there's 3 whole men. He's going to have to walk through the jungle. Going to use an ultimate, get through. Shy Appendix jumping over the wall with a Willish. Getting Brownside once again with that big ult. Ganesh ult as well. Oh, Kraken's not whiffing that one. That's huge. That could have been a great double kill, but he does get Jingwei really low. They've already picked up the kill. Can they pick up one more? Shy Appendix getting 3 kills in this game. That is a double kill in that engagement. He is on a killing spree. 3-0 is Shy. This game is sitting at 4-4 as we crest over the 10-minute mark. Objectives coming online. Gold Fury. This matchup just got a lot more interesting and a bit more close.
Well, you say it's close. It's still a 3K gold lead.
That's
And
not that bad.
the two tier 1s are on the both side lanes are now down, and the carry and the solo laner are still 3 levels down. You say it's even, which by all means, by a level or by a kill standpoint, and by kind of a gold, the gold isn't terrible. It is pretty even. This game's not even though.
Yes, this game is currently not an even state, but it is important to point out whenever you're able to make bricks when you can. That was a great play for Goon Squad to make, and, you know, they managed to get 3 kills off of it, which is, you know, it pulls the game back further. It's
I
a
am
lot more even, but yeah, let's see
I
damage.
am interested to see as Hercules ults to secure that purple. But did he jump in? It looks he's not jumping away. His jump is down.
There it
he
is.
jumped
He
away
uses
now,
the jump, but Brownside has a jump of his own. He's going to use the knock-up. Execute comes in.
Perfectly timed execute.
Yes, absolutely perfectly timed. Dual Peg Leg is known for those, and now they have all the prio. 4 people. This is going to be a free Gold Fury. The only one here to contest is Ganesh. Might drop an ultimate just to see if he can grab it, but Bacchus is going to try his hardest, and K ult will be used for the complete secure of that Gold Fury. So, unfortunately, another objective that Goon Squad will not be able to take. Dre is going to use the Ohm to get out, as well as his own ult for Peel. That is a big ultimate to be down, though. Not going to have good team fights here. But Phenoms going to grab this Tier 1 tower. All Tier 1s have been removed from the map. Just to note, Goon Squad has barely damaged the middle and solo tower, and no damage at all on what we thought was going to be a very passive lane, you know, with the picks that they have. But watch out. Dre's getting a little bit of too much damage onto him by this Bacchus. Kukulkan ult going to be used, but that's really not a lot. Another ult coming in from Hercules. MWP knock-up coming in. All onto those big, just damage sponges, as we do see a sort of trade there. Brownside once again dying. Can't believe you're inting Brownside. And Neptune.
Where was Neptune? Because they were all 4 members that are still alive were up by the blue buff. Where was Neptune?
I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I feel like he was pushing their tier 1 tower, but that doesn't make any sense because minions were all the way back there, and they had already stolen all the camps back there. I don't know where Neptune was. I don't know what he was doing, but that just shouldn't happen. He should have been back there with his team and made it a one for none. Instead, it's a 1 for 1, and you lose Pyro.
Yep, you lose that prio for Pyro. And if Ymir is not, remember, peel for your homies, regardless if you're a solo or a support. Ymir has some of the best peel in the game. Make sure that you're hanging out with your boys in the back line as Duck just solo again. Hercules MWP. Just a note, Herc is not a
Go ahead.
carry main.
Sorry.
Yeah, Herc is not a carry main,
Yeah.
so
No, he is a support main through and through. He has been dabbling in jungle from what I've seen, but he is still a support main.
as we do see Shy jumping in onto Brownside to try and pick up a little bit of that farm there. Brownside, though, gonna get that big ult. Feather Step coming in. Tyr is going to have to jump out. He's seeing as 3 members come in a perfectly timed blink to get out of the Dharmic Pillars. And that is a Tyr that is free with half health out of the way. But we do see a blink in coming in
Going up.
from Shy, and he is going to have to back out because that is a very fed Duck. He is 3 levels up. Duck is looking to press that W key as he loves to do. He's not going to be able to pick up a kill, but he says to everyone, hey, screw off. This is my territory. Your jungle, my jungle.
Yeah, that's I'm very confused by as Vacus is doing King Arthur things.
Yep, and that's an entirely missed Kukulkan ult. Krakens will be able to get out of that situation. Vacus finding himself a little bit out of position here, but he's going to try and just heal it with all of that KA ability and sustain, as well as that Stone of Gaia, just keeping him alive at all times. Very great pickup. As Dre is picked up by Duck in that small engagement, a 1-for-0. Vacus survives because, oh my god. I mean, that Talisman of Energy, too, that just got picked up. Like, now he's just going to be unkillable, and his teammates are going to have so much heal. You know, he is being the healer in this game.
I am very confused by what Goon Squad is doing. They are using 2 or 3 ultimates every time to try and pick up Brownside. And to be fair, it has worked. He does have 3 deaths. But
What about
like
the
you
free
saw
casting
there-
Jingwei? What about the free casting
Yeah,
Jingwei getting
yeah,
all of the kills?
That's my point.
What
That's my
about the
point
Thoth,
exactly.
who is free
They are
casting?
using they are using so much to try and kill Brownside instead of saving them for when you can actually kill the Jingwei, the Thoth, the King Arthur. The whole reason Dre, well, I think Dre dies there anyway, but the whole reason they don't get the kill onto that King Arthur is because Dre had used his ult earlier when they tried to pick Brownside.
Yeah, and it might not even be pick at this point. They might just think that this is a defensive measure just to make sure that they're not doing what they're doing right now. You know, just trying to peel for the rest of their team. But they don't even know that this jungle invade is a duel just boxing people out from a fire giant here at 17 minutes, 45 seconds. It gets picked up. We're going to see Neptune using that blink and freeze and ultimate. Brownside getting very low. He's going to use his ult to get out. Shy misses that cat just by a little bit, but Neptune is going to fall for his insolence. Brownside looking to just back, but he will get caught lazy backing Shy. Appendix is on a rampage, 5-0. The sole gem on Goon Squad right now is Kraken's a little bit out of position. Vacus is going to get the tail end of that, but that's not a lot of damage, more or less, that's used for the knock-up and peel. So that is a big ultimate to be down, but we're sitting at 6 and 9 kills. Nice. As we crest over the 8.5 minute mark. I did challenge Phenoms to finish this game in 20, so they're going to try and do that now on this
They got
Phoenix
me to
push,
do it.
and they do have the Fire Giant buff. As MWP, Herc getting very low. Vacus coming into this Titan room here.
Your Titan is under attack.
It's going to be a very big push if they decide to make it. They do have to watch out. Dual Peg Leg is losing a battle to Shy, who is immense. He is a big boy at 5-0. Still under level.
He is the only one on level
Yep.
with his opponent. That being said, he's
Stop
still
being
under
so
level,
passé.
and he didn't realize he was standing on a ward, and he's gonna get caught out here.
Yep, he's going to have to jump over the wall. The sole way that he's going to be able to play this game is with that wall cheese, one might say, but Brownside is not going to be able to pick it up. Instead, they're going to opt to grab this Oni Fury, put more pressure all over the map. You're going to have to defend these waves, especially at mid and solo. You're pretty safe on the duo. You see these creeps are pushed up, so you're not worrying about that, really, if you're a Goon Squad. But, I mean, this Phoenix being down, those are fire Oni waves. You're going to have to defend very hard. Luckily, they have a Kukulkan who has excellent wave clear. But watch out. If you are Duck, you have Shy, the big boy, coming after you. But, Perspective Duck, feeling pretty safe. Still going to invade that blue buff and be perfectly fine.
I would like to say that was a beautiful play by Shy there on that Phoenix defense. He bought time and wasted their Fire Giant a little bit. Sure, they got the middle Phoenix, but I think they were gonna get that anyway, no matter what. Even though it was a 5v4, you were so far down in levels and gold that it just doesn't matter. So him buying that much time and getting
Don't
out
fear
on
them,
top of
friend.
that, massive, massive.
Yeah, Shine is going to be the only reason they can get out of this game, and he's looking to be aggressive here onto this KA. Vacus, though, he is a very
wormhole
big
shall
boy.
engulf you.
A sort of interesting thing, a Willish thrives off of those knockups to be able to get that ultimate off, but Vacus also thriving off of those knockups with the Stone of Gaia. A very interesting situation, a sort of counterplay, one might say, as Hercules coming in, trying to do some damage, but
That's
not
just
going to be
very
enough.
common knowledge that you don't see very many people think of.
Just
Like,
breaking some
if you get pulled in by Jing Wei, Stone
Your
of Gaia
wickedness
is like the
stops
perfect
here.
item to have, as we do see a small engage on
Ooh,
this left side Phoenix.
and a big whiff
A
by
missed Spirit of the Winds
Brackets.
will make them feel a bit more confident about this push. As look at Shy, he's doing no damage to Bacchus. Bacchus is just there like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Vacus is the big cockroach of this game. Brownside falling once again, just absolutely W King, as Perspective Duck is going to grab a double kill onto the Ymir and Hercules. That's a rampage. They're going to be able to pick up this Phoenix here, looking to grab this Titan if they can get a pick here onto Dre. The only dudes that are left are Shy and Kraken. Shy looking very low. Almost ulted. Oh, and with barely enough, the damage comes through. Skeet picks up the kill credit there. That was a team effort, team kill, picking up the biggest boy on Goon Squad. Fantastic game by you, sir. But this is GG. Phenoms takes this game in 22 minutes and 4 seconds.
This was
That was Shy's first death.
that was Shy's first death, and I think that says a lot about how this game was. It was Shy keeping Goon Squad in this match. Now, to be fair, Dre had 5 assists. Five of these, he was a part of 5 of the 7 kills. Like you can't take that. You you can't say that Shy was the sole reason because Dre had obviously done things, but Shy alone um
Win that game.
cannot win a game. Oh, a Wheelish has a chance, has the ability to carry a game, but you still need teammates around that. I mean, and the Wheelish went spectral armor, like
Yeah, to try and
that's
counter this, Duck W key.
yeah. This is kind of the story of Goon Squad all season, um, wrapped in like wrapped up nicely with a bow. I say nicely, but it's kind of like just thrown together because
I mean,
because
very surprising though. I do have to say though. I'll let you
this
finish
was
your
a
thought.
lot
But
closer than I was
yeah,
expecting. Yes, because I was honestly expecting a 20 to nothing 15-minute match. I'm not gonna lie, but so props to Goon Squad. But this is kind of the story of this season. They have one or two really good performances, but as a team, they just cannot pull it together. And Shy, I know you're saying you tried, and honestly, I don't blame you. Like I think that if I was to give an MVP to your team, it'd be you, hands down. You were keeping the team in that match, and I don't know what else to say. That's just the story of Goon Squad. One or two people really go off, really show their stuff, and it's not always the same 2 people every week. Um, but that's just the story of Goon Squad. They don't know how to work together as a team, as well as as well as the Phenoms, for example. And and in the end, that's that's just the story of this match. That's the story of the Goon Squad season, and unfortunately, it comes to an end tonight.
yeah, a lot of these players are new to that team. It was very cobbled together, last minute um, team comp. But I think they fared very well. Krakens was able to hit a couple ults. He didn't hit all of them. But
Mm-hmm.
batting for 100 is very hard to do. As Kukulkan, you have to have a bit of
It,
foresight, and Dre was doing a lot, peeling for the homies as you do if you're Ganesh. Trying to
mhm.
make the plays, but Just unfortunately, a lot of individual pieces that were shining, working, but just couldn't fit together well. If you would have seen this team maybe at the beginning of the season get all the way to here, you could have seen a closer matchup. I still don't know if they can beat the great Goliath that is Phenoms, but they played well.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say that when the three tanks on the opposing team, or bruisers, I should say, on the opposing team, all go blink beads, you know that the backline is not gonna have a fun time.
hmm But anyways, as we sort of wrap up this game, let me just hop on over to details to make sure it's shown on stream. I will be handing this over to Red Sniper. He is going to cast the final match of the night. It is All In versus Boonigang. So that is what is looking down the barrel. Yeah, all casts are saved. Um, so yeah. But yeah, I will hand this over to Red. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you later.